We're not against rap. We're not against rappers. But we are against those.
Something big about to happen. I hear the beat tapping. We some fly rhyming felines rapping on the track. Better yet, grab a gat, cause we hot like Enzo. Doors closed, windows up, cause that's the way we like to ride. Windy City hitting. Check mic 1 2 1 2. We live, baby.
Yo, before you touch, recognize I don't carry sympathy. No feelings, emotions, no love, no memory. Out on every block, I'm loud and insane. Ice cold with rage, I'm tongue split flames. Feel me when you see me, my energy well known. When pointed at your direction, know my complexion is chrome. Demanding all attention when my position is shown. Once my soldiers start hitting, they ripping through flesh and bones. Fire, fire, once I'm ignited, I'll make gangsters retire. Started up and got them wired. This is what hatred desire. This the reason they leaving bleeding, and it's getting you lava. Never let them niggas play you, I'm the peer pressure apply. Or plow, plow, plow. Never enemy down, 2 blocks away you can hear just how your death sound. Revolvers don't want it with me, I keep an extra round. Deli hope you ready, I leave them on cemetery bound.
This country, you gotta make the money first.
Oh.
Then when you get the money, you get the power. Then when you get the power, then you get the...
You wanna know how I got these scars? Screaming from the mental whiplashes, visions of niggas in caskets, laughing at the cremated as I'm gripping their ashes and looking down upon the innocent, refraining to harm them. For years I tried to disarm my demons, but the shit is hard. It gets real on the boulevard. Try my hardest to forget all the shit these fuckers did to me. But certain people just leave a mark like a fucking scar. Mental jacket, red hatchet, couple blows at the jawbone. Make these foes wanna call home and ask for these mamas for shit. On the scene, these niggas ain't actors. They ain't here for the drama, but if given, they will follow the script.
Stand aside. I move for no man.
Scars? Shit. I ain't got no scars. I'm unapologetically Miss Perfect. A misfit, most definitely misunderstood. Your salivation is my validation. I own your core. Meditation be my medicine in my cabinet. Cabinet fever from COVID-19. Regurgitate every word from the South. South Side, Chicago, I still go. Seeing real life walking zombies. Dark figures like us with no faces. Looking for double trouble like a face stubble. Hearing voices in my head, but my energy be fire though.
You wanna know how I got these scars?
Straight jacket, infinite price brackets. I pack it, stack it, come back with no taxes. Lease Lexus, passport be infectious. My scars? Shit.
Yo, what's up, Chicago? And welcome back to episode 598 of Speak Your Mind Radio. I'm your hostess with the mostest, Queen Star, aka MzHipHop. And before we get started, I just want to say Happy New Year to all of you all. It's 2026, so you already know what that means. It's winning season for all of us. Whoever did the hard work, the shadow work in 2025, it's time for you to shine now, period. Okay? In today's program, we will be talking to native Bronx, New York rapper, producer, and creative Dezit about his newly released album called Bad Guy Music. So without further ado, bringing up next to the mic, the one and the only Dezit. Hey, Dezit.
Salute, 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 Star.
How you doing?
MzHipHop in the building with Dez. It's a pleasure, honor, privilege, always. You know how we do.
Yes, same here, brother, same here. So to get started, I want to start off with the traditional icebreaker question for all the artists. What is your definition between an MC in a rapper?
That's pretty easy. I'll start with your first. An MC, outside of the definition of master of ceremony, an MC is a culture, not only appropriator, but a culture carrier. And it's more than just rapping words together. And for an MC, it's really about not just controlling a crowd, but when you display a message, it's received and it's understood by those that it's meant to. As far as a rapper, that's someone that just rap words together. And they do what's trendy.
Okay, that was simplified as yes. Thank you for that.
I could OD, but we got mad stuff to talk about.
Okay, moving along. Thank you for that answer. Yes. Okay, so now you have this amazing project called Bad Guy Music. And my first question to you is, why the title Bad Guy Music?
Okay. So there is many variations, and depending on who you're speaking to, which would depict a bad guy, right? And I decided to use that because, one, I wanted to express the dualities in both. So in the art form of hip-hop, or just the music and art of expression, right? There is consensus of when you hear like hard, gritty music, it has a ploy of bad guy energy. And then there's the other variation of a bad guy when we talk about, let's just say, universally in this country, particularly, where we have history that says that there is a culture of people that we identify as legends, as representatives of our people, of our culture. And we can go into names such as Malcolm, such as a Black Panther Party, such as the Nation of Gods and Earth, and so forth. We can even go into Peace Stone Nation. We can go into various groups that were speaking up in behalf of the community and as a voice for, and due to society and the government's position, they were labeled as bad guys. So I do culturally connect to both sides of the spectrum, and we come from a community where there's bad guys to us and bad guys to the system. Mm-hmm. So my thing was, I wanted to express a project that has a duality to it, and you determine as the listener that line of what is the bad guy. You know, sometimes you feel like I'm coming into this building or I'm coming into a setting and I'm going to be the bad guy because I'm going to go and tell these guys this ain't right. Mm-hmm. Or I'm going to go into a set and I'm going to go into a space and I'm going to check this dude because y'all been playing with my name.
Yeah.
So now here I'm coming to shake shit up, and here come the bad guy. So I wanted to make sure I do that, and I wanted to bring some talented people with me.
Yes. And speaking of which, talented people, how did you go about picking these individuals to become features on your album, Bad Guy Music?
So, I create a lot as a in-house producer, artist, and engineer and recording myself. Once I figured out the direction that I wanted to go in, I realized, because I recall a time when we were doing the review for Dark Sands.
Yeah.
And I think it was like, yo, Kay, you don't really got no features on here. Like, what's up? And in my mind, I didn't want to spoil that. I'm already cooking that up. So it's more so like the people that's like been in tune with me for like over a decade and creating, they know that I have an affinity for working with other people, right? And I love to do dope stuff, like creative wills. When the time comes, if I'm in a studio, I want to use everybody in the room for some type of thing. I might say, hey, you're not a rapper, but you could be a part of this skit. I might need you to help me on this hook. Give me some extra vocals relaying this idea and concept. So my wheels is always turning, and I love working with people that understand that I am crazy when it comes to creating.
Yeah.
And they get it, and they're crazy with me. And it's safe and comfortable to stay in your comfort creatively. I understand that music is not one-dimensional based off of the listener, right? There's various listeners. There's people that don't even understand English particularly, but love hip-hop, and just love the art form in itself. So I always look for different sounds and different people that I work with, their energy and their vibrations, to kind of say, how can we make something that when a random person hear it, they can tell that there is some artistry attached to this. So I called a few people and did some tracks, and voila.
Yes, it definitely was a Houdini moment, because you made magic with this album, like you always do.
Thank you.
I get it twisted. But what was your most popular track thus far? Because the album only been out for a month.
Yeah. Hey, okay. I like that. About time. I say somebody want to pop their collar right now. So I have a wonderful feature with some two amazing young ladies. The song is called Scars. One is an extremely talented young lady by the name of Black Silk, which you are familiar with as well. Extremely creative and crazy, like me. And then I also had the privilege to work with MzHipHop, yourself. And yes, that is the most standout song, the most viewed song, the most played in my Spotify, my YouTube. And it's a contribution. Honestly, I don't think to me, I think the fact that I had you dope ladies on there, and creatively, I think we went someplace nobody expected us to go. And I think that was not only just the stamp on it, but also you ladies have your own following and people that support y'all. So when they seen y'all name and y'all, y'all did what y'all did to let people know, yo, I'm on the track, it went up. So I am extremely grateful for you ladies. And I'm so proud of the song because it's one of those records where when you see the ladies attached to the song, opinion based on surface level can be had before you even hear anything, right? You might think this is a coochie popping record or something of that nature, right? But when you hear what we bring into the table, like artistry-wise, concepts-wise, and storyline, like we have so much more to offer individually and collectively. So I really wanted this song to be dynamic and scare people.
Yeah, definitely. I had so much fun working on the track with you guys. and being creative. It was an honor to work with you all. So thank you for having me on the track. And I'll try to play Scars in the beginning of this interview. Okay.
Fire.
Okay. So now I want to talk to you about lyrics, obviously.
Let's do it.
You got a lot of words of wisdom, especially on one of my personal favorite tracks called My Life. Now, I'm gonna say this. You said, and this is just a little piece of the hook. It's not even diving so deep into it, but it's just the meaning behind it. I chose my own path. I'm receptive to words of wisdom and taking in what you've been given, but I make my own decisions because this is my life. Now, I got to ask you, what prompted the track itself besides not conforming to others' thoughts and opinions of yourself?
Fire. I'm gonna just be honest. So the actual lyrics were written in approximately 2008 in a correctional facility known as Sullivan. I was incarcerated, and it was at the time the location where I was at and sitting down as returned incarceration. There was a brother that played the keyboard. Shout out to my brother BA. He used to play beats for me, and he used to annoy the shit out of me, Star. Like, he used to come when I'm sleeping, or like, all right, lights is out, everybody shut down. He would, yo, kid, come pull up. Yo, I gotta let you hear this. And one time he put on this beat for me, and I was like, it better be good. And the antennas would start rolling. And of course, it was one of those feelings that I felt it made me feel like I needed to express my point of view and mindset with life. And if you listen to the song, a person can maybe honestly gauge, like, if you take Dezit out of it, you can put yourself in it. So I wanted to relate that message. And shouts out to Pac, because he influenced a lot of the tonality that I wanted to present. Because I view Pac as a New Yorker.
Yeah.
You know, if you know his history and you know where he's been, I grew up in a block known as Morris Avenue, and there was a time in his life where he lived on the block across, which was Walton Ave. If you're from the BX, y'all know what I'm talking about. So we're very familiar with his energy from young as a child, but as a creator and an artist, he's touched so many of us, you know, worldwide. So it was undeniable, and I wanted to embody my own version of that feeling. And yeah, it was really uncertain times, but I wanted it to relate to more than just my personal perspective. I wanted it to tap into the listener, so when they hear it and they may be going through something, everybody, I feel like if they listen to it with an honest ear, can say I can relate to that.
Most definitely. And I think that's probably why that was a part of one of my favorite tracks from you. You know, I like when you relate your story to others. Like, it just happens so naturally. You know what I'm talking about?
Facts, right.
Let's talk about more bars, okay? Now,
I love it.
Yes, Fear Factor, the track Fear Factor. Ooh, this one was a deep one. This was very heavy on the metaphors, you know, and you said a lot. So you go in Fear Factor, how you gonna fight oppression and know nothing about the Panthers? If you live through your lessons, then you consider the answers, because abnormal living is tumorous like a cancer. So verbally committed laser surgery with a hammer that burn flesh and keep one of my dirty hands up. America, the home of the slave, land of the beast, biggest prison population internationally. Okay, so look, when you wrote your bars for Fear Factor, were you more focused on educating the people about mass incarceration in America used as a modern plantation through prisons? Or were you just, getting the fear off your chest?
I'm going to say both and more, because I don't mean to sound full of myself, but I really try to think cerebrally with the intentions of being cerebral. When I want to leave you with more than just some slick lines, I want you to think about it. I want you to say, hold on, let me see if that's real, what he said. It's another one of those joints. It's funny too, like I believe it's like 3 tracks on here that are older than my daughter, who is 13, as far as the rhymes wise. My Life, Fear Factor, and I believe my verse for Front of Yall featuring my homie Mike Steezo, salute. But so at the time of me writing Fear Factor, I was facilitating presentating classes with other convicted guys, and we had a program where we would speak about our conditions, and we would talk about transitioning from incarceration to the outside and things and information that we may need, to not make this a revolving door. And one of my major I want to say things that I viewed as importance was, how can we stop this revolving door? The more that you educate yourself within the walls, within the belly of the beast, we realize how much we are trapped and how much we've been trapped. And just to think about, hold on, and you've been around and you've watched a CEO said his father was a CEO, and then he'll say his father was a CEO. And then that one CEO that you spoke to, he'll say he's training his kids to be another CEO. So you mean to tell me our degradation is your benefit? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Our trying times, our bottomest point, the lowest points in this society becomes a payday to a system and people that don't love us, that don't know us. In fact, they view it as we deserve to be in these conditions. We deserve to not. And in some cases, some people deserve to be away and punished without, equivocation. But it's also understanding that we are not living in a perfect society or system. It's flat out, point blank. So I don't like pompous attitudes from my leaders or my friends in regards to you doing nothing wrong. We all make mistakes. We all are not perfect, right? So we all should be finding ways to try to improve individually and collectively. I feel like sometimes this system is only coming together to keep us down. So I really took a lot of time and effort into figuring out what I want to do, like what I want to do, what voice do I want to represent for the people and for my people. And that stat, once I read it, as far as having the biggest prison population in the world, you would think the most freest nation, the freest country, right? No, they have the biggest incarceration internationally. And it was before I even said it then, and it's even more now. And I think all of these things are important information for all of us to have, whether you in the streets and you're that kind of bad guy, or you are conscious and politically aware, that type of bad guy. So I wanted to make sure that the message was spread out. So you got some gangster shit on here for the G's and the street dudes to say, okay, now you get to hear some of this real healthy, soulful stuff that should empower you and empower our people, that we can spread to make us more aware. So that was the goal of Fear Factor.
Well, that was a good goal because you hit every point on it. When I was listening to it, one of my conclusions was you can have all this knowledge, but if you don't apply it, it means nothing. Mm-hmm. And you got a lot of knowledge and you're spreading it through your music, and I appreciate that, and I'm sure the listeners of hip hop appreciate that as well.
I think so too. I mean, I think when I was editing the video for Fear Factor, and I remember hearing, I think I got a message from you, and you was like, yo, this is one of my favorite joints on here. And I'm like, I'm editing the video. Like, I know it's going to be dope. So I kind of like, it even threw an extra battery in my back to make the video more impactful. And it's going up fast. Everybody that I think comes across it, they grab something from it of themselves. You know what I mean? Like you have your part that stands out to you, and then there's other factors that stand out to other people, which makes me feel even more grateful. And I'm just even more like, all praises due, like that I put that at the end of the project, because I feel like that is I think the most largest message song on the project. And I really wanted people to go away with that as the grand finale and that concept of bad guy music. I didn't want to just be surface level with, you know, I did use promo to kind of draw in people. So I'm learning different things as far as the Tony Montana, say goodnight to the bad guy, right? Everybody knows that. You know what I mean? And when you really been a bad guy, you can take that saying in so many different ways, you know what I mean? And it's also dependent on your walk of life. So I wanted it to not alienate the super intellectual and conscious people. And I didn't want to alienate the street dudes. I just wanted to hear that shit. So, all praises.
Definitely. All praises to your creativity, because it goes a long way, does it? Like when you combine the two, street life and your knowledge, it just makes it more spectacular. And let me say this. Let's switch up the flow a little bit, okay?
Right, let's do it.
I want to talk about the track Front of Yall. Your lyrical style. Your lyrical style is infectious. You force people to pay attention to what you're saying. And I think that's very important when it comes to listening to hip hop, because it's messages.
Right.
So you go, and I really like this line. Who created a monster? Prison just made me sharper. I keep more clippers in LA than a Barbara. Shape up your act, then cut it, then edit it. I don't play roles, I lay flows and sever heads. Now talk to me about the concept of Front of Yall.
All right. So shouts out to the bro, Mike Steezo, that is featured on the joint. And so conceptually, Mike Steezo, the brother that's featured on the track, I consider him to be not only like a comrade, but a brother that's been putting it down maybe even longer than me as far as on the rapping tip, and part of the culture. One of the brothers I respect is from Harlem, and has having the opportunity to work with him and knowing that his pen ability is valid, I'm like, yo, we need to do something. And I wanted to express the power. And then this, you know, for me, I have so much songs and materials. I meant to send you that screenshot too. I ain't forget. I did forget, but I ain't. And it was connecting that production with the right energy, with the right tone that I wanted to present. So once I got the production set, it was, where does it need to come together at? And it was the way I actually wrote them lyrics was to just basically, like, it was supposed to be conceptually me standing in front of a whole bunch of people going against me. And it's the concept of it, I'm ready to bring it to all of y'all. Guns right in front of y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm standing on this and this is my position and y'all not greater. And that's the kind of aura I wanted it to present. And, you know, I think we nailed it. But yeah, I appreciate that. Like, I really did love the feeling of that song. I really did.
Yeah, I did too. I think you was putting that pen to the pad and made usage of it. But you know, Bad Guy music was more than just lyricism. First growing up off hip hop, the only thing I ever listened to was beats. And I didn't understand that. I wouldn't listen to the lyrics. I didn't care. I would just listen to beats. But going back to the originality of it, your beats, one of the standout beats on Bad Guy music is freaking Noodles. Okay?
Okay. I wasn't expecting that.
Why?
I wasn't expecting that.
Are you serious?
Honestly, because it's not a common selection from me regarding when I present music. You know what I mean? It's not a traditional boom bap. I don't even know how to categorize the beat. You know, I don't know. I feel like it's a toss between drill and boom bap. That's the kind of fusion I got in my mind, but it was hard to really categorize it. And it was a song I've been sitting on for approximately like 2 years because I didn't know where it would fit. Like I had the song. I could have put it on Dark Sands, but I don't think it would have fit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The style of the song. So it just needed, I think it needed Bad Guy music in order for the world to get it where it won't be too out of the way. Because I'm really lyrical and reflective kind of an artist, right? So when I'm doing songs of that nature, where I'm trying to create anthems and feeling of bravado and gritty vibes, it has to place a certain way and it has to be presented a certain way. So everything was intentional with it being on that project and where I arranged it in the order of the album. It's one of my favorite songs because it's different. It's different in my catalog. And it took bravery because I normally, like, the people that really listen to my music and critique it, that's not their bag for me. You know, they like, you doing all this extra creative shit. Nick, spit the bars, bro. Get to the content, bring the metaphors, bring the double tentures. That's what up. You know what I'm saying? So when I'm just talking that gritty shit and then I'm adding and making my 100 man, I put them on freeze. There's nothing that's millions of bunches of boxes that put them in. And I was like, oh, okay, just adding different things just to make it more dynamic and impactful. And that was the goal. And I'm dead surprised that you jack it like that. So
definitely. I think your lyrical, I mean, not your lyrical, but your promotion, the way you promote your music is genius. And that's why I was hooked on Noodles. I'm like, what is this? It was very alluring, you know? Yeah. So Dez, before we get up out of here, I got to ask you, what you got cooking up for 2026?
So I'm gonna be honest, all right? I have approximately 5 projects.
Damn.
That's pretty much done, right? I have a joint project with Big Classic, who's a producer. He just dropped a project with him and Streets, Fire Project. I have a joint project with that producer coming out. It should be, I think we got maybe a couple more songs that we want to kind of attach to it because, of course, I basically aligned a theme idea for that project. I also have another joint project that I got with my brother, 2 Millie. He's out of Michigan. Shouts out to 2. Quality producer. Like, he gives me I'm very, very big on that soul sound and the live instruments, and he gives me that Q-Tip Dilla vibe. So I'm going to be, we're going to be really intentional with this project as well. That joint that's supposed to be coming this year as well. And I have a joint project with Trauma Beats. I'm sure you're familiar with him. With him and me and Streets. Me and Streets got a joint project that should be coming out this year as well. We've been working on stirring up. I have a few joint projects that I'm working on and cooking up, and that's totally separate from my own full-length projects that I'm working on. I got a few brothers that I want to do projects with and get done this year. So in my mind, I want to seclude it to 5. At the same time, the dilemma for me is giving the necessary promo that I can give to each project, let alone singles. I also got a track coming out with Rudeness too this year.
Oh snap!
Yeah, I love this. I love the beat. The track is done. It's just more so about putting it out and being able to let people know, like, yo, hey, K got something over here with the homie, you know. So that's my main dilemma this year, is how can I space out these projects and give it its just due promotion. I learned the hard way too. You know, sometimes you put so much effort in a project, right? And then once you finally stamped it and you said, all right, it's going, you kind of feel like, I take a break, damn, I put all this work. Nah, that's when you gotta promote the hell out of it. You know what I mean? Especially if you ain't signed to somebody that's throwing money at you to promote this. Nah, you gotta put in the necessary promo. So that's my main dilemma. But yeah, 5. I got sitting on joints. And I'll start sending you some exclusives that I'll be like, yo, this is for this. I keep that in the tuck. Boom, boom. You know what I mean?
Yes, I would definitely be down to take a sneak peek into what you got going on, for sure.
Yeah, I gotta keep you in the loop.
Yes. Okay, well, thank you so much, Dezit, for coming on today's Speak Your Mind Radio and talking to us about your newly released project, Bad Guy Music. And make sure you all out there, listeners, go check it out. It's on YouTube, Spotify, Pandora, is everywhere. Just check out Bad Guy Music by Dezit, Dezit. All right?
Mm-hmm. Videos also attached to the project. Make sure y'all tune in, hit the like, subscribe. I'm not a funny guy. If you comment, I will support and let you know I see it, and thank you. So get with us.
For sure. Peace out, everybody.